Hello, Antoinette here. I have a few spare minutes. I thought we'd do the walkthrough of the Shakespearian tarot because I'm dying to work with this, and I've only so far had time to do the quick walkthrough, the shorts. So I got this one, I believe it's a secondhand deck from possibly World of Books, and it comes in a box. It's not new by any means, it's quite aged. You can tell from the kind of yellowing on the back that it's aged. And it is by Dolores Ashcroft-Norwich and illustrated by Paul Hardy. As you see, a complete package. This is the book and the 78 cards depicting scenes of quotes from Shakespeare from both tarot users and Shakespeare enthusiasts alike. And the quotes are on the cards, with the cards. So let's take a look. I have also put the Barbara Walker, which you can see peeking out over here, next to it, because when I saw Giselle at Madwich, she has this deck, and I saw her show a few cards. I instantly thought of this deck, and I wanted a side-by-side, but I haven't got it, so I had to go and buy the deck for myself. But this was purchased a few months ago, so it's not like it's new, but it's been around. Here we have the book. So nice soft back. It's that difficult text to read on background, isn't it? I don't like that when people do that. It's never been cracked, so I presume it's not been read. So the same author has written, I'm guessing these are books from Dolores Ashcroft as opposed to tarot decks. Tree of Ecstasy, The Shining Path, Seventh of Light Tarot, Sacred Chord Meditations, Ritual Magic Workbook, New Magic of the Dead, Inner Landscapes. So if any of you have any of those, please let me know in comments what they are and what they're all about. Any good? Do you recommend them? So this is a 1993, was when this deck was first published, and this edition is a 1997. So we have our introductions here. Our decks are called Swords, Crowns, Orbs and Sceptres. We have the spreads, so we have the Jess tree, the Wheel of the Year and triangles. We have a quote here. Here's our acknowledgements. Introduction to the interpreting of the deck, I presume. And I guess how it came about. So this has been going on for a while. Spent 2 years going through a battered leather-bound copy of the Bard with a fine-tooth comb looking for just the right scene and the right words. So it's been a well thought out deck by the sounds of it. So for the Fool, I am but a fool, look you. So Two Gentlemen of Verona is where the image comes from. Although not one of the great favourites, nevertheless, this play has its fans as well as its critics. The basic theme is somewhat mangled. Triangle with Valentine and Proteus, the two gentlemen of the title visiting Milan, where they fall in love. Now, I don't know much about tarot, my goodness, that too, Shakespeare. So I can't really talk about what's in the cards and Shakespeare quotes, etc. Much like, I suppose, the Poe tarot. I'm not familiar with a lot of Poe works. However, I do like the fact that we get the information here, so you can go deeper with it. So that's nice. So sorry, where was I? So they fall in love with the same woman, Sylvia. Unfortunately, Sylvia is already betrothed to a third man, Thurio, from Herion. That should be a capital, right? From here on in. Oh my goodness. I thought that was a place. From here on in, it gets more complicated. So clearly the fact that I don't have glasses on and this is all written in ye olde English isn't helping me. So I shan't read any more mistakes for you because it will just drive you bonkers. But you can see it does this for every card. Going through, we have the Lady of Swords, the Orbs, which I presume is Pentacles. Orbs. Seven of Orbs. That is a really big blue bottle. That's going to really, 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 really annoy me. And then here we have spreads. So the gestry. The theory is all spreads work on a mixture made up of basic telekinesis and minor clairvoyance. That's probably not too far off, right? Oh yeah, look at this. That's an interesting spread. I don't think I've ever seen this one. So that one's going to be interesting if I get around to it. And the Wheel of the Year. I've not seen the Wheel of the Year done like a sun either. The inner wheel is the immediate present. The second wheel is the coming year. And the third wheel is the resting wheel. What's a resting wheel? That's very interesting. So it just suggests New Year's Eve or your birthday would be a good time to do this. Triangles. Straightforward spread, can be done quickly almost anywhere. Oh, it's multiple triangles. That's not just triangles, is it? I don't know that that's a straightforward spread that can be done anywhere. It tells you how to do that. Right, well, there we go. There's the spreads. Let's get to the cards. So this is exactly how it's arrived. It's come with this bubble wrap around it. This old, like, you know, really old flimsy cardboard that feels like it's wet. Oh, sorry. There's a tab there, so I suppose I could try and tape it all back together again to stop it from falling, but I can see why they've popped the bubble wrap in here to just stop the cards from falling through. Let's take them all away. The cards are small. So those are the backs. Let's just have a look. A little bit bigger than a US Games tarot in a tin, and slightly narrower. So for that reason, I just want to put the two together and see how they compare, because I want to watch this back as well myself. So this is obviously the Shakespeare tarot. This is the deck that we are focusing on. This here is for my own curiosities, the Barbara Walker tarot. Excuse me. So it does say on the cards as well, you have your quote, you have your writing that it comes from, book, play, works, however you want to describe it, and then you have the name of the card at the top. So there's a difference in pictures in here. This one's from The Tempest. It has that very tempestuous feel. That's a great magician, actually. Empress. Emperor. That's very Julius. I was about to say it's very Julius Caesar. Pope. Quite RWS-esque. So this card, it's the other way around, actually. Let's do that, shall we? Hermits. They have a similarity. It's like Gandalf the grey and Gandalf the white, isn't it? The Wheel of Fortune. Justice. The Hanged One. The Hanged Man. Card 13. And if I die, no soul shall pity me, from Richard III. Temperance. I think the only real similarities now to me is the colours potentially with the cards, not so much the art, because we have very different art in a lot of the cards. Sweet soul, take heed of perjury. That's a very dark. Oops, sorry, that one. That's very dark. We have our towers. That's interesting. Different aspect, pushing them out of the tower as opposed to falling from the tower. Our star cards. Moons. And again, very interesting. Sun. Judgment. And the worlds. So it's your four corners are there. You've got your flags, arms outright, and you've got the red robe surrounding her as opposed to being naked. And we go to orbs. I believe these are pentacles, but let's just check so I put the right set next to it. Nine Arcana, so we have swords. Suit of crowns. So where does it tell me what's what? Didn't really pay attention to that, did I? Moving my way through. Change names to swords, scepters, crowns, and orbs. Was there some kind of old-fashioned... No, okay, I don't know what the order is, so that's it for the Barbara Walker. We'll just go with this one for now, because I'm really not sure. And I want to say orbs, pentacles, but I'm not entirely convinced. What about you? I mean, that does have that Three of Pentacles feel to it, doesn't it? Whereas that one to me would be 5, not a 4. Or are we cups? Orbs, cups. Let's have a quick look here. Maybe. To dew her orbs upon the green amid summer's night dream. Seven of orbs. See, because that's got a tree in it, so then that takes back to pentacles. 7 pentacles with a tree. 8 tennis balls, my liege. 9. Okay. The Lady of Orbs. So, Page. Lord of Orbs, I guess, would be Knight. Our Queen of Orbs, Queen. And then King. So there's quite a few in that one from Midsummer Night's Dream. Okay. The Scepter, so this to me would be Wands. So I can definitely do that. Interesting. Here's a knocking indeed. So there's a recognition. 7 of Scepters. 8. I promise you calm seas. on your journey. We've got the little rune there. Nine. And a 10. Okay, so this card has princess, prince, queen, king. Very, very different feel when we get to these, isn't it? Morton Harket. Ace of Crowns. So again, I'm not sure who this would be. Cups, maybe Pentacles. Potentially Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, Pentacles. Crowns, the material world, isn't it? That's interesting. And there's our family card. We have King John, let kings assemble. Our page. Knight, Queen, and King. Then we get to the swords. Bring the swords back. So Ace. Two. Nobody's blindfolded though. A plague on both your houses. I am spent, from Romeo and Juliet. Those are 3, 4, and 5. You must not dare for shame to talk of mercy. Here's our passage card. So what is this? Pericles, Prince of Tyre. Ah, Tyre. Tyre. I wonder. Here we have the 7s. 8s. So my thoughts were like unbridled children. Here's our 9s. There's another deck with this picture. Somebody coming down the stairs made of swords. What deck is that? That's an interesting concept. Here's our 10s. Oh, good one. Yeah, Julius Caesar. Then we have Scald. Tear. Maybe slightly friendlier looking queen than Carly. And our king. I say I would be king, from Richard III. Yeah. Any thoughts on that deck? What were your kind of reactions? I don't see this one around. I know there's another Shakespeare tarot, and I have seen people with that one. And which of the two would you be more tempted to have? I actually really like the size of this. It reminds me of the Fournier decks in size, which I think is quite a nice size tarot to handle. And it shuffles really well, like really well. It doesn't look like it's hardly been used. I mean, the sides are pretty clean considering this is a second-hand deck. I can't complain. I'm quite lucky to get it. Yeah, nice to see it alongside Barbara Walker. As you know, that one has its very own feels anyway when you're reading with it. It's very specific in how it wants to talk to you, much like something like the Deviant Moon. But I should imagine from a oracle perspective, probably something medieval looking, maybe something like a medieval Oracle of the Beast or something might go nicely with this, or just a very simple oracle with like a key message. Okay, so I've just grabbed this deck because it's medieval images. It's going to be overpowering in size for this because it's so much bigger. As you can see, the box is huge. But it's just got some nice, so we've got sheep breaking free from the herd. A star, I danced. Under that I was born. So with the Aurora Boreas, cycle of rebirth, with our 10 of swords, the ideas of March are come. So, and quite interestingly, we have an ending here. Manticore, fear, danger, secrecy, with our Queen of Sceptres, which would be wands. Who shall hinder me, from Richard II? Well, I'm not so sure about that one. Dragonfly, adaptability, change. Lord of Sceptres, this sceptred isle and this throne of majesty. And Elephant Rat, wise resourcefulness. The wheel has come full circle with our Wheel of Fortune for the wise and resourcefulness. So I will stop here, but just let me know what you're thinking about this deck. Do you have it? I will now be able to pop it into my deck rotations now that I've shown it, and I can play with it. So hopefully you'll see it probably in the autumn time, I would imagine, come through in one of my monthly wrap-ups. But until the next one, I wish you all much love and light. Take care. Bye-bye.